My fiancée ghosted me to party with her ex 2 weeks before our wedding, so I made a quiet plan behind her back. 2 weeks before the happiest day of my life, I woke up alone. At first, I didn't panic. Sophie wasn't in bed beside me, but maybe she had an early appointment. Maybe she'd gone for a morning walk. She was spontaneous like that. The kind of person who'd chase the sunrise just to say she did. I brushed my teeth. Noticed her toothbrush was dry. Her towel untouched. Her perfume bottle was sitting exactly where it was last night. Nothing about her side of the bathroom had been touched. That's when the sinking started. I walked around our apartment like someone had hit mute on the world. Her jacket was gone. Her phone charger was missing. The pair of heels she always swore were only for special occasions were no longer by the door. I called her. Straight to voicemail. I texted, "Hey, where are you? Everything okay?" No response. I waited an hour. Then another. The silence grew heavier by the minute. Sophie wasn't the kind to just disappear. If she had errands, she'd text. If she needed space, she'd say so. We were 2 weeks away from our wedding. We were supposed to be deep in seating charts, vow writing, and final fittings. I called again. And again. Voicemail. That night, I didn't sleep. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, heart racing at every notification that wasn't from her. I messaged her mom, no clue. I called her dad, nothing. Her parents were just as confused. She didn't say anything about leaving, her dad said, his voice laced with quiet concern. By day 2, I was calling hospitals. I tried her friends. Some ignored me completely. Some gave vague responses. Haven't heard from her since last weekend. One even left me on read and never replied again. I felt like I was going crazy. Was I being ghosted? Was this some twisted social experiment? Or had something actually happened? The answer came at 3:47 a.m. on day 3. I was lying in bed, scrolling mindlessly through Instagram, trying to distract myself from the growing dread in my chest. That's when I saw it. A photo. A smiling group of Sophie's college friends at a rooftop bar, drinks in hand. In the center of the picture, laughing and radiant, was Sophie. Her hair curled, her dress short, her smile effortless. The location tag, Barcelona, Spain. I tapped the profile. More photos. More stories. Beach clubs. Fancy restaurants. Rooftop views. Her best friend captioned one. College reunion with the whole crew. Even Sophie flew in. Even Sophie. Like she didn't have a wedding in 13 days. I sat up in bed, staring at the screen. It didn't feel real. I refreshed the page, thinking maybe it was an old post. But no. It was yesterday. My fiancé had flown across the world, without telling me, and was partying like nothing in the world mattered. And the worst part? She wasn't alone. In one photo, there he was, Liam, her college ex, the one she told me not to worry about. The "we're just friends now" guy. The one she blocked years ago, and somehow unblocked for this trip. There was no caption. Just a photo of Sophie and Liam, arms around each other, sunset behind them. Her eyes were closed. She looked happy, free, untethered. Meanwhile, I was here, in our apartment, wondering if she was dead. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I sent one text. I saw the pictures. I know where you are. Come home now, or don't come home at all. No reply. By evening, I got the call. She sounded like someone I barely recognized. Carefree. Like, "Hey," she said casually, like I hadn't spent the last 3 days drowning. "You disappeared," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. No message, no call, no explanation. She sighed. I needed a break. The wedding stress was too much. "With your ex?" I asked. She was silent for a second too long. They were all going. I didn't know Liam would be there until the last minute. "Did you sleep with him?" Silence. That was the only answer I needed. "I didn't plan this to hurt you," she said finally. You just didn't care if it did, I replied. She tried to defend herself, said I was overreacting, said it was just a few days and she'd be back in time. But something broke in me during that call. Not just the trust, not just the faith, the belief that we were ever on the same page. She hung up when I told her the wedding was off. And that's when I made my quiet plan. No rage, no revenge, just resolve. I reached out to the venue, the florist, the band, the guests. I sent a message. Due to unforeseen circumstances, the wedding has been canceled. Thank you for your support and understanding. I packed up her things. Every drawer, every photo, every memory we had built together. I boxed them neatly. No screaming, no fire, just silence. I called her parents, told them the truth. They were embarrassed, horrified, and apologetic. I told them they didn't need to be. This wasn't their mess to clean. The next day, I donated the honeymoon tickets. Gave them away to a friend who just got engaged. Told him to enjoy it. Then I did something I hadn't done in a long time. I sat with myself. Not the version that had to prove he was good enough. Not the guy who memorized another person's coffee order and favorite movie quote. Just me. Alone. And alive. It hurt like hell. But somewhere between heartbreak and healing, I remembered who I was before her. And that man. He was worth far more than someone who could disappear without a word. 2 weeks later, I sat on a beach. Not in Spain, but a quiet one closer to home. The wedding date came and went. No texts. No apologies. Just more photos of Sophie in cocktail dresses and sunsets. She never came back. Not really. She messaged once, months later. I made a mistake. Can we talk? I didn't reply. Because some answers don't need words. Some stories end in silence. And sometimes, the most powerful revenge is peace. Let me know if you'd like a version adapted for a short film script, voiceover narration, or social media storytelling format.